Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to another video. Today we're gonna get started. We're gonna make it quick. It's the birthday week. My wife says tomorrow, mine's is next week. So I'm just gonna bust out a few videos, let you guys enjoy while I take a small break. So in the meantime, let's talk about the G.I. Joe Classified Series Infantry Soldier 60th anniversary version. Gotta say, I like this thing. I really, really do. But more importantly, I just think I like the G.I. Joe line. I'm biased in my childhood ways. But yeah, here we have this really cool guy, looking really cool. I put the black sculpt on because that's what's relative to me. We have our black hands on. We'll get to the accessories as you can swap it out to make it relative to you. With the exceptions, you won't get my Latino and Asian brothers, but I'm hoping y'all get more stuff like that and diversity because I like that we get options here. So here we have our jacket vest. It has ports in it, and I don't know what those things are called, but you can add a bunch of different options there. We have a belt here, which also has prong options as well. I left his sidearm in, didn't mean to do that, but it's already there, so let's go. So with this G.I. Joe, the camo and look, you have your nameless, generic, super cool soldier. And I love that. It gives me Universal Soldier vibes, to be honest. So if you put like a Universal Soldier head on it, there you have it. You have something cool. But it is your standard G.I. Joe articulation. It just comes with a ton of stuff that allows for versatility in the line. So let's talk about it. We have our standard G.I. Joe articulation hidden at T-pose, right? This does not hinder any of the articulation. As you can see, I was able to hold my ab crunch and rotate around with it. We still have our butterfly joints. We have a bicep swivel. We have our beautiful clean double joints, as well as that nice pinless look. I know some of us love the pinless look more than others, and that's all right because you want it to work for you, and I love that. Our belt can sit a little high, so that way if you want, you can hide that ab crunch, or you can sit it low like I'm gonna do because I want that maximum mobility. We have a utility belt here. We have our secondary, right? And then we have drop down hips to lift our legs up. We also have pinless legs, and we have strong joints here because I'm having a tough time actually bending that. We have a boot swivel, and we have excellent articulation. As far as the neck goes, it's a little hindered, and that bothers me because I think our older necks are a little better. It's a shame he has that Kamakura neck, so I'm gonna need to mod that so we can have better mobility there. The Kamakura neck, it looks good, but doesn't function good. And the reason why that is strictly because right here, the neck joint here at the top is limited. So you have to take the peg out and you have to dribble the excess around to add that extra mobility. So that's what I'm going to do. And that is a personal preference. I don't like that the Kamakura neck hinders articulation. So as far as posing goes, we already know how I get down with the get down. If that neck could move better, we'd obviously be able to lift our head up. But as you can see here in our nice crouching pose, we're getting something really nice here, right? So we have something very nice with this line. It very much adds up very beautifully. I think the biggest thing is gonna be that neck issue, because as far as accessories go, this guy has a lot of stuff. Now, let's get to that because that is a lot to cover. So as I was saying before, we have a lot to cover. I left our secondary in. We'll cover that first, obviously. So here we are with our pistol. Right? There's no removable magazine. There's no porthole, just a regular old pistol. Grade scale pistol. We will get a ton of stuff inside his packaging right out the gate. He actually comes with this active camo dress. I don't know the actual name for it, but it does have a pocket, which is pretty nice. That is literally is a pocket, which is pretty dope. So you can store stuff in there. And if you want to see what it looks like with it on, let's do a quick look. I'm saying quick, and yet here I am taking forever. It's not wired, which is a little bit of a bummer, but I'm assuming it's going to do its job of just sitting there on top of the figure of active camo, right? Utterly beautiful. It's nice. It gets the job done. I would have preferred a wire one though, but that may be asking too much even for this deluxe set. I'm going to leave it on for a second because I want to talk about some other stuff. You will also get a backpack. To all my friends in the army, for all of you guys that had to carry this, I feel bad for you because I know you had to. So shout out to y'all for doing this. Then we will have a bunch of, we also get a nice little G.I. Joe plate for standing on, in case you want to have your character stand around. We also get a helmet, which I enjoy, especially after doing Airborne. I do believe this is reminiscent of Airborne's, but we don't have that extra piece here to add on for our binoculars, but we do have a nice helmet. We also have some big guns, like literally. So here's our assault rifle. It has a drop down grip. I'm gonna call that a foregrip, right? Because it's in the front, foregrip. This one does have a removable magazine. It has a sight too, as well, and a double barrel, which is pretty nice. Buttstock and everything. So yeah, this. But then we have an even bigger weapon here. I'm gonna call this the heavy artillery, right? It has a bipod with legs that drop down. So you actually get a lot of cool weaponry here. I believe this magazine is also removable, which is pretty dope. And I know since it has the big bulletos, I'm pretty sure this is stored somewhere in there, right? I gotta learn where this is stored from. Or unless unless you don't do it that way and you do it kind of like this. Nope, I did it wrong. So I'm unsure just yet because I'm not a gun expert. So I apologize for that. Then you'll get probably the biggest gun here, which I'm pretty sure your main man 50 grand carries around, which is probably gonna be, God damn it, why did I forget his name? Roadblock. Roadblock probably the only guy that can carry this by hand. And no lie. So I just pulled this out and I didn't know what this is for. And I'm gonna show you why I know it's for now, because I was looking at it. Because you also get a cool tripod for it, right? You rotate this down and it can fit in the tripod, so you can have like a nice stance to rotate it on. So this is actually pretty cool because I didn't know, like, you can have like the little bipod stance. You can have the really big blast go out of it. But if you're gonna be anything like Roadblock and be extra as hell, you can actually, they made it so that, oh, this is where the big bulletos go. See, I know now. Big bullets. All right, so big bullets come out of this guy. That's cool, okay. But let's say you don't want the two-handle prong here. You actually can take this out and there's another handle for just literally like single handle use. Like I think it's simplified this way, which is pretty crazy that a gun this big can be simplified to just one tiny trigger. It's insane, but it's possible. You also get dog tags, and you will get alternative sculpt for Caucasian or Asian, depending on your tan, I guess. This one seems more like a Storm Shadow head, but yeah. And then you'll also get those hands for it as well. So our left hand is gonna be vertical and right hand vertical, left hand horizontal. My apologies. But back to this guy, right? So what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna take this off so we can show off those plates real fast. You will get a larger plate that I'm guessing you wanna use in the front, or the front top or front bottom, right? Or maybe it goes down here. So you have a bunch of options, but you can place these, I don't know why I call them plates, but I feel like that's a good word. Then you have a bunch of different smaller ones that you can place around. So you can have a bunch of different options. Extra pouches for yourself. Like this is, I feel like this is like really cool for customizing your version of a drill. You also get a small pouch, and I'm assuming this could be used in the middle. This could be used here as your side, or you can use it back here because there's one in the back as well. Let's just start putting stuff on places. Then you even have a radio tab one. Let's say you want your radio to stick to this front. I don't care, but options, man, options. So you have all of that plate-wise. Then you can just remove it all, and you could just be a guy with none. But you also get a hooded top to fit with your sculpt. Where'd my sculpt go? I took it off, but here we are. So you will get a hooded version. And I'm believing this is gonna go on top of what you have planned with your camo, which went flying just now, right? To protect you in the sandstorm. And we have the hooded down version, right? So you have a ton of different options with this guy and a ton of different ways of looking, which personally, I'm here for. I like it. So customizing your Joe, putting him as an infantry soldier, making him like your alternative to what you would have going on with the Steel Brigade. Well, no, sorry, I can't say Steel Brigade. The Steel Corps, right? Is it Steel Corps? I'm trying to remember. But you have a ton of different options. This also works well with the Valorverse line, as they've done camo stuff as well, which is why it made me think of that. Because you can have a bunch of different camo soldiers. I'm looking for that head sculpt. Now, with all of that being said, though, I'm going to bust out a bunch of figures so we can do a size comparison, right? So let's get into it. I'll see you guys in a sec. All right, now we're in the size comparison. I have some legends. I got some other stuff. So let's get to comparing. Oh, wait. I forgot a G.I. Joe Mezco. Crap. I'll do that in the end. Anyway, here we are with some Joes. I threw in some Cobra, threw in some Joes. Here we are with a His Tank Cobra. This one's the Officer, if I remember correctly. Yes, this is the Officer, right? Then I threw in Cover Girl so we can get some size comparison with the ladies. I really like Cover Girl, right? There we are with Cover Girl. So we can see what we're getting into size-wise. Let's take these two away. Next up, got my main man Copperhead. Python Patrol version. I really like these crazy colors, man. I love crazy color figures. Then I threw in Low Light so we can see the different sizes of Joes. And as you can see here, it's crazy that you can have a bunch of different size characters and it looks good because personally, like, no one is the same exact size. It's just not possible, right? Then I throw in his fellow 60th anniversary recon diver so these homies can hang out and have fun. Then I have the Valorverse Desert Commando. Like I said, these guys actually pair really well with each other, and I chose those extra head sculpts because I really like those. They're a little bit bigger, but I feel like it works. So yeah, take these guys away as we cross over into some different lines. Here we are with an SH Figure Arts Kuwagata Olga. Doesn't really match the genre, but you know, SHF is a little bit bigger now, and I feel like even though they're smaller, you can kind of know what you're getting into, right? Then for your classic Street Fighter cameo, here's Street Fighter Toys Jada. Oh, there's Jada Toys Street Fighter Ken. And as you can see here, if you want to do your G.I. Joe versus Street Fighter crossover, you can still do that, right? Take these guys away. Then we have a Marvel Legends Spider Shot. And then we have a Mythic Legions Elijah of the Elite Guard, right? It's crazy because you're more likely to cross over with an elk and like an elf or an orc in a story with a soldier than Spider-Man is sometimes. And it's crazy because I was laughing about stuff like this, how fiction is great because an orc can fight a soldier and a dragon can fight Spider-Man, and they'd be like, oh, well, that makes sense. And that's it. That's why I love fiction. Last but not least is my main man, Ichigo, right? You can never go wrong. He's using the Mezco Gomez body, and he's a good boy. The bestest boy, right? So, shout out to everybody who tuned into the video. Hopefully I didn't make it too long, and hopefully you enjoy the photos at the end. Gonna find a Mezco G.I. Joe to put in at the end, right at the end with the photos. So, as always, thank you guys so much. And yeah, like I said, life has been a little crazy. I'm gonna take a small break. Please, in that meantime, I ask that you watch my videos to keep things going because the algorithm tends to forget people if they don't upload. So, I'm asking you to take care of me so I can take care of you. It's been a pleasure. So as always, please be good, do good, and drink your water, guys. Later.